reach out to Veronica, and then we'll get your information. That way we can set up a meeting, okay, and address those concerns. But thank you so much for coming. Okay, we have next speaker is Leo, followed by Kendrick, and then Frank Wright. So if you could please stay so that way we can get your information. Ms. Steele. Okay.
Good afternoon, everybody. I know we got 2 minutes, so I'll try to be quick because I have a lot to cover. So a little history. A couple years ago, there was a council member by the name of Marcelo Coe. Some of you may know him. And he is now spending the rest of his natural life in prison because he promised to convert zoning for apartments in a place where apartments did not exist. Why is this relevant today? Because there seems to be out-of-town developers coming into the city now. About 3 years ago, there was a developer that came into the city, purchased a golf course, roughly $5.2 million, and somehow they got reassurance that this golf course was going to be rezoned to put high-density apartment units. Sound all too familiar? Yeah, I guess it does. So I got a couple of questions. Number one, why would somebody gamble $5.2 million to convert something that's not supposed to be there? That's number one. Number two, what reassurance did they get that this approval would go through? Because I sat during a community meeting and asked the developer myself, have they ever purchased an apartment building or a golf course to convert it into apartments? Their response was, no, we've never done that as a company. Keep in mind, they have assets worth of roughly $9 billion. So we have this out-of-town developer coming in here, and now there's words, social media rumors spreading around that this really slumlord apartment developer, they own Ridgeview, that place is run to crap, excuse my language, that now that they're funding recalls in this community, and colluding with council members, specifically, your name was thrown out there, Mr. Marquez, as far as former council member LaDonna Dolores Jemison and George Price. If there's going to be an investigation on corruption, it should be against those people. Thank you.
Next speaker is Kendrick, Frank Wright, and Danita Sanchez.